If there's anything that's been a consistency in Counter-Strike as of late, it is these 5 talented players finding themselves in a position to hoist virtual trophies. The online era has their name stamped on it, and it could be one more notch on the belt. But Electronic begins this matchup with an opening kill, followed by Perfecto. Shiro somewhat of an answer, but a 4v2 to NaVi's advantage as the bomb is picked back up.
Not that they don't lose 4v2 sometimes.
Oh, God. Don't bring it up.
Excuse me, 5v2s.
Shiro trying to alleviate a player or two before that retake really commits itself, but there it is. 2 quick frags. NaVi gonna go ahead and take that first pistol. You know, a big conversation point around NaVi at the beginning of events, prior to when we see their form, is always, which NaVi do we get?
Yes.
Right? Nobody doubts this team's skill ceiling, but they doubt the skill's consistencies. What do you feel like the odds of NaVi getting this revenge win are, having just come off that G2 game?
Honestly, if they had played like they did versus G2, they would have gotten destroyed by Gambit because they made way too many mistakes, glaring errors. All right, what will we have here? Hobbit just taking a peek off Cat, let them know that they do have presence, and they'll hold the attention of the A player for a moment as they execute into B. Nade will come out, but it's a little bit slow, and Gambit get that opening kill.
Yeah, but they didn't see Perfecto. He's still back here. They got wind of him, but he drops Shiro before the MAC-10 smothers him. Simple trying to clear out the bottom of middle just to make sure that there's nobody on their back line if they go to the retake, but they don't.
You can't lose that first player so quickly, and there's, again, nothing special about the attack right there from Gambit. 3-man save's not the worst situation in the world because they'll be able to rebuy next time, or this next round with, you know, we'll have a pretty strong buy. Yeah. But yeah, it's a bit right there in the door.
Just head turned, you know. I feel like the B site, what a way to cement the win.
Yeah.
Deny G2's hope at an OT.
Similar, exact same play actually.
Yep.
But there's 3 players in B.
He moves. Molly starts to spread and he tries to get out of there. Perfecto, good deagle damage. Enough for Boomich to finish up a frag off the M4, and we could have NaVi winning a force right back. But Boomich peeks off the tower box and is hit by Hobbit. Hobbit, the important game impact player. Definitely knows how to win a grand finals. Knows how to win a major finals. Electronic slips through the window, takes down Shiro. Now he's cut it to the 1v1, but Hobbit just went through the double doors. And Electronic goes to peek this, dying out to Hobbit, who ensures that Gambit keep this early momentum. 3 frags for Hobbit.
Electronic's basically like, they can't go mid-B. And they seem to have a very good idea that it's off Cat right now.
So here it comes. A couple of smokes, up and over, opening the drop. Axile, he's gonna try to challenge Simple, wins that fight. Boomich from ramp is great, but Electronic hot on the heels of this Cat push. They have so little time to try and get this plant, but they can. They've got it into the 2v2. A jumping Famas off of Boomich shut down by Shiro. Talk about playing the clock, but Bit pieces it together and can't stop the peak. Gambit with a 4th round win.
NaVi going to be quite comfortable to play a full passive setup. Let's see if the molly comes in towards Goose as the same setup smoke comes on Cats. Offshot in for Simple, and Hobbit tries to cross early.
Simple looking for something over smoke. Tucks in closely.
Nothing testing Electronic in his position so far, and you better believe that molly's not coming late.
They've crossed over to the elbow. Simple has yet to see anyone, but on the 3rd peek up, he gets his additional kill. Axile and Shiro here to try and claw it back. 2v5. A huge task, a huge ask, and no ground gained. Boomich closing with a headshot as he comes back from the catwalk. There's NaVi's spice of life. Nafany run boost over top. Simple misses that shot, but he's ready to add 1 to the tally. Oh, nice cover from Perfecto. Nafany wasted no time trying to close that distance. Another 2vx situation where they've gotten out onto the catwalk. A potential for plants. No cat flank, though. A smoke to give a chance at Axile's retreat. We'll see if he can manage to get away from this. Counter-terrorists already so close to the site, and Axile wants to take one down. He's playing very proactive, but unable to find an angle just yet. There's his kill to Boomich, and a second onto Bit. Shiro connects to Simple. Perfecto, not able to clutch. A 2v4 from Gambit to keep that 4-round lead.
Damn, that post plant was too sick. There was not a real way in for NaVi, and the smoke that they threw down on the back of single allowed Axel to take the duels as he wanted to. Now, Shiro has a smoke here as well that was just so annoying. They just held onto those for as long as possible and gained a lot of ground by coming up cat so quickly.
One smoke thrown for Cross, a second on top. Perfecto should be nullified, but he looks to gamble with this as Electronic just jumps over the E-box, and look at this, Perfecto! Closed in on by Axile, who's nearing double digits, currently 9 and 5.
Axel is ridiculous. He had a rough series the last time he played against NaVi. So did Shiro. They still ended up winning, which is the scariest part in Hobbit. 2K into CT. Electronic last one up. He got such a nice kill off cat with that CZ, but he cannot complete the round. This is Axile.
Yep.
So ridiculous. Yeah,
Gambit on the cusp of an era.
It's a #1 and #2 team, and there is... It feels like a huge mental edge for NaVi overall. But here's the spray as they decide to go through a contact play B into B with a flash that comes out late. Perfecto's not blind. Bit's doing just fine as well. And they want to molly out his position, but I think they're still doing it through a smoke as well. So they can't even stop him there from crossing out. They're free to pull the goalie outside the site. 10 seconds left. Wait,
what is this?
I don't even know exactly. I don't know if they had any idea what the time was. I felt like that's a situation we've seen. Gambit will just say, okay, we're going to save. Enormous as well.
Yep.
Even if it's a deep CT smoke, he has an audio cue.
Here it comes.
They've been jumping in a lot. Simple. Nice. The opportunity for a kill. Looks like Nafany's flashed in that position, and he instantly gets onto another angle. There are no continuation flashes here from Gambit, so playing it quite slow. Looks like Shiro wants to slowly take the fight towards him, and Simple will give him that ground. Dangerous position to play this post plant from. They haven't been amazing on retakes.
With the eventuality of Hobbit coming down long, got to make sure that Boomich and Simple don't turn their backs. Axile gonna stay perched, but he dies at the hands of Perfecto, and Shiro's sniper looks for its first victim. Now here comes Hobbit activating from the flank. Look at this, he lines up two, and the spray's not good enough. Inter's gonna be trying to give that cover. They've got a man back by Wizard. Shiro just looking to lock this in. Boomich crouching forward. They get the kills they need, and the retake's good. But look at the health. You have to remember Hobbit's flank. If he just gets that second kill, it could have been a world of hurt. It would have been so tough for somebody to trade Hobbit. Grenade after grenade here. Eventually there's going to be a pop, and it's at this point that it executes outwards. Electronic wild spray as he tries to catch a head over the top of the stairs, but he gets away with his life.
They don't want to save. This is actually a situation where Gambit get themselves into because they come out late. Boomich now will have some pressure put on him from long.
And
they want to take the duels. He just has to commit and make something happen. Simple will look to make it a 2K, but Electronic and Simple holding down long, no problem. Boomich gets his one frag, and they survive the round. Ooh, they picked an off shot out. Nafty's going to have info on the player on door, and it looks like the B attack is coming on fast.
Yeah, good distraction. Bit tries to get back into his position, but still hits the dirt. And Perfecto, well, he's been spotted, but takes at least one player with him. Axile's going to get the kill through the boxes, and now we're going to see the CTs unleashed. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. Final round of the first 15. And trailing all the while. Speaking of trails, an odd couple of smokes could open up a route for the counter-terrorists to slip right through, but those will begin to fade as NaVi buy their time. It's Boomich and Electronic versus Shiro and Axile, and Boomich, he just jumps right in, flies over the top of Shiro. Axile stares down at his feet, and that's gonna fake a tunnels position. Oh my goodness, he pops up, gets the first and the second. Gambit closing with the double digits as the patience outside the B site pays off. You don't want to go full NA.
Yeah.
Little block smoke.
Actually, very well blocked smoke. My God. Oh, they're going to be... This is going to trip them up a bit. They've got a clear spawn. There's two players watching this. They've got this huge crossfire from the CT side.
Huge angle.
Oh, NaVi are not going to find their way out of this one.
Nafany doesn't peek right back. Just buys a little bit of time. Although Bit does swing back around and kill a player over towards window. This opens the site for Perfecto so that he can at least plant this bomb. And if Bit takes more bodies before he inevitably drops, then good for him. But he's only able to get that one. So it's Perfecto. 13 and 8 with a bomb plant. Now he could just sit back or decide to attack.
He showed himself.
And he's wary about the tunnels, but both counter-terrorists out here towards mid. He's trying to work with cover, but that's it. NaVi catching him off guard, didn't know where the numbers were at, and it was that one player in NaVi who he lost track of to come in with the clutch for Gambit. A second pistol round win pushes Gambit to an 11-5 score.
Such a nice try from Bit here, but as you can see, he has almost no counterplay, no angle to work with, and he's getting squeezed and nearly fights his way out, gets both kills on the crossfire.
Boomich and Electronic, though, flexing the Galils for a 5v3.
Damn, it's always brazen, actually. On CT side to try to defend against long control. A situation like this, the spawns were in the favor of NaVi, and Gambit looked to establish, but they get punished so hard.
Yep. Big opening.
Man, they did not... Okay, they have enough utility to go for the cross that they like to. Simple gets a great shot into the site. Executed.
We've still got Hobbit over towards Car. Now he swings out and finds Electronic. Has a smoke if they throw utility, but this is a 2 versus 5. Hobbit, 13 HP. Man, this poor kid's gonna burn to a crisp. Or eventually be smothered by Perfecto. 35 bullets in that Galil, and it's only gonna take 1. He's found like the one spot where he's safe, but that smoke begins to fade and he knows he's doomed. NaVi taking a 6th off of that fast, long spawn.
You almost made the Bakok sound that they use in the content.
Nice off shot.
What a fantastic shot from Simple.
Off of the spawn. Goes for the peek, hits the mark.
Fun fact about that peek, he actually closed his eyes before he swung. Did you know that? So it just depends what they feel like when they approach it, but the Molly's going to come out to put some pressure. This one lands on default. He's still alive and well in that corner. And there's a lot of confusion right now. Boomich will be at the front of the chaos.
Nice.
And
slides all the way into the smoke.
He is stuck in this smoke with an opponent. There's one more in here. Boomich bumps heads with him. Probably couldn't tell. Axile stays alive and composed. Fantastic spray from him.
The fact that he comes out on top of that, and now with the Deagle, tries to swing for the 4th. He just primed Shiro and Inters to close this, and Electronic hears the footsteps. He tries to chase down Inters, who's just drawing him into Shiro's scope. So well played there by Gambit. I thought Boomich had everything unraveled, but Axile wraps around him, sticks to the underbelly, and comes out on top.
This is, yeah, just an amazing second kill. As you're highlighting here, the composure, I mean, and, you know, Boomich getting that far out, he's seeing money signs. Oh my God, Simple off of timing.
Yeah,
shot through the door. Long control for the CTs, an instant 5v3 now with continuation flashes. Electronic looking for more. Bit to follow up, and the CTs have to decide if they want to fall back.
Nope, they fight. Hobbit comes back at it. Now it's the sniper of Shiro to the Deagle, and he dives. Finds that little bit of cover. Doesn't know if Catwalk's compromised, but that is not the case. All 3 of NaVi's remaining players out from long, and they've got an opponent behind them.
It's so fast.
They're
we don't know if the timing will come in for Simple. And NaVi will let them cross. Chance to get more now.
Line them all. Sprays down the first, tries to go for more damage, but Simple's gonna get the better of him. It's on to Shiro to come back from the catwalk, and the Molotov calls out his position. He fades away. NaVi, they may have just won their 9th round.
Yeah. I mean, technically got just as much as he would have if he just, you know, killed the first player to start off the round. They got the info nice and early, so Shiro almost got into position quick enough to catch someone jumping up onto the bomb site. You know, the amount of shots that Simple has gotten this series and last series and the B player, I feel for Jax in that game with G2 because, yeah, he wasn't even living in B, he was renting it, basically. He could visit once in a while. He had like a timeshare to do with the T running down mid. And now NaVi will flash to take over mid control, and they have made so much progress. Boomich draws attention away from this mid-B cross, but the smoke is not perfect.
Not at all. Bit, he gets turned back around as he arrives at the B site. This late play from Electronic to stick around in middle. It's going to be a close fight versus Shiro, but that grenade pushes him back, and Shiro also takes a headshot from an AK but survives. Bullets whiz by Electronic, and as he tries to turn attention, that is where he falls. Hobbit, who didn't die to that opening shot from Boomich, comes up big with 2 kills through CT spawn.
That's a good point here. And the smoke just works to his favor over the top of it, and of course Boomich not even seeing him, and he has to make sure to get that kill. But the idea from Boomich is, I'm a meat shield.
Bomb's gonna walk forward with the 3 players who are already in that position. Electronic will be left to his own devices. Shiro regains vision in time to shut down Boomich, but as he re-peeks, oh, Simple was posted. And yet he can't stop him from succeeding.
Oh, they flash to retake long instantly, and NaVi also has an op over at mid, but Perfecto drops on him like a hammer into CT spawn. The bomb is up here on Cat. He's looking to continue to have impact, and oh my god, this guy cannot be stopped. He's like a tractor running through mid, and this opens him up to go for another peek. Axile will get traded by Bit, one-on-one situation, and the bomb can get planted safely in B. There's no way for Shiro to stop this. He has to bank on hitting the cross if possible, and Bit has no chance to slow this down at all. So here the jump is coming, and Shiro doesn't hit it. He's not scoped in. The situation gets reset.
Single flash for Shiro. He's not going to let off the pedal until he arrives on the doors. Anticipating maybe Bit on a peek, but Bit, he is locked into this corner. It's either fear or focus. He keeps his eyes up above him, and here's those footsteps come through. Shiro now waiting for the peek, but Bit's got him. Dead to rights by Car. NaVi taking an 11th thanks to Perfecto. He falls down into the CT spawn, completely unravels them as they tried to move over.
Oh my god.
NaVi so unready. And then this third one, as he gets dinked, gets the better of Hobbit. Bit picks up where Perfecto left off and closes for their 11th.
And he just mowed him down. Hopped on his John Deere and drove through mid.
NaVi taking a mighty risk, and he misses his first shot, but Boomich shut down as he tries to jump around Cat, and NaVi now falls back. Shiro, he eats a flash and falls alongside his teammate, not to death, but down to spawn.
Just means that you're trying to clear out the doors. Of course, people are running through them.
Here it comes, the B hit.
It's impossible to read directly into it. Oh man, Electronic decides to pass directly up towards that.
And Hobbit locking it down with Inters over towards the site. The eventuality of simple, but he holds his nerve.
Oh my god.
And there's two CTs, he taps. And now it's NaVi to try and bring this back, but it's a dive down from Inters. It's a lot of damage the other direction, and simple just can't manage. Gambit, 14 round wins, but holy hell. An attempt from the Undertaker.
That was so clean. Oh man, off of this.
I'm getting flashbacks to the round where Hobbit eats the AK headshot.
Yeah.
NaVi had 19 HP, posts in CT, and denies a second T as he tries to get up into the B site.
And obviously a very classic position for the T's to be in. 5 long, it is totally viable. It's dangerous for the CT side, and the number's not in their favor. They'll rely on their guns, and Shiro can rely on himself, surely, with this M4.
Low health for the other 3. Gambit in the favored position.
Oh, this is a huge risk if NaVi want to go back, but there is no flank this time, but it might all be for nuts.
Yeah, NaVi sees at least 2 cross and T-spawn. He could have gone tunnels, but instead he puts that onto the shoulders of Inters, and NaVi, they're just going to come at this like rabid dogs, trying to chew through the B-site defense. Shiro with more impact, and then NaVi activates around from the tall box. It's perfect from Gambit.
Another scary situation. They make their way out of it. Axel takes that opening duel.
But no overcommitments, no openings offered. It's over towards long instead that NaVi focus, and they get shut down instantly. The AK still in the hands of Bit, and the challenge off of Cat now comes. Shiro needs to give some cover unless Hobbit stops it all on his own. And Bit, despite showing great promise, would need the 1v5. Starting it off via Inters, but losing crucial HP. He needs to cut down another 2 without being tagged, and a single shot from Shiro. That is where Gambit end this. Dust 2 falling the way of Gambit. NaVi bringing in the challenge, and it didn't seem like that was going to be too close of an affair. A slower start from NaVi maybe comes back to haunt them. With the reverse series sweep ahead. Hobbit's going to be looking to make contact with the bomb right behind him. Little jiggle peek with the flashbangs here for Bit. He makes it work for 1. Dives into the cover, needs the reload, tough spot to find himself in, and he's not going to get himself anything more than that first frag. Perfecto back by bench, trying to recover a little bit of sight control. It's actually Electronic in with 3 kills off the USP. Shiro trying to dance around all the targets. The P250 primed to clutch, but NaVi will take round 1.
Or Electronic will take round 1. 4 frags with that USP, 3 instant headshots. And we'll see that back right here as he peels off a get right, finds that first and second, and then doesn't need any help whatsoever. Electronic off an iPad right now, flicking instantly. This is a really aggressive mid setup. The run boost is coming out. NaVi will spot one. It draws attention a little bit, but there are 3 players here from the CT side to all fight at the same time. And sometimes this is only a 2-player setup. A perfect counter. A beautiful start here for NaVi. They specifically wanted this late round mid to come out. And the way that Gambit were approaching mid previously was they would oftentimes come out very late, throw one flash to take over mid control, or do a run boost like this.
Now, my belief in NaVi, less wavered, assuming they continue this map strong. But Bit,
oh my god,
dude, delivers his head on a silver platter. Hobbit takes his shoulders off.
Man, that was so risky. Committed so hard out towards mid. They got scared. I mean, you really can't be that terrified in the
nice.
4v5, but Electronic in murder for him as well.
Dude, he is 9-0.
Yeah, he had almost 100 ADR on that last match as well,
But
even
Hobbit,
though they didn't win.
Hands on the AK. That could really be the problem. If only he doesn't get caught by who else other than Electronic, who has literally one-man armied this round, trying to save NaVi from an embarrassing 4th round result. At the very least, Gambit will take that bomb plant.
Oh, I see. I was wondering why Perfecto didn't want to commit to rotating into the site. He found a better gun to work with here. One player crossing a bench. That's info for the market player to take care of. Oh, excuse me. Electronic's going to double up with him instead.
Good jump. Shiro's P250 shouldn't do too much. I'm worried about NaVi. If he swings wide with that Deeg, Shiro's trying to draw the attention, and NaVi, he does get the one he needs. Shiro over the other shoulder, and Gambit rob away. Hobbit tucked into this connector cubby. Electronic's gonna walk right by it. Oh, Electronic beyond Hobbit. Opens with the first kill. Bit in transition. Boomich.
He is so alone right now. Oh my god, this is
a B split.
NaVi.
Simple's back completely.
He can take his time with this as well. He can maybe line up a second on Cat. He's going to see him both. Execution comes in. NaVi with a clutch play.
Beautiful slip through, and then you saw Boomich so worried about the Palace peak, and then as it comes to B, he lets his guard down only to die to Inters. Perfect timing from Gambit, slipping and seeping through the cracks of NaVi's defense.
Now, NaVi has perfect court vision at all times. This is such a heads-up play from him, and you can see that with Boomich so vulnerable on the A site. Whether Gambit know it or not, NaVi are incredibly scared in this spot of being overstacked towards B as soon as that connector player gets traded.
They're ready to go for the full-blown execution. Maybe Bit comes out from Catwalk and can slow it down.
Is the grate broken on the window? I'm actually kind of curious. No, they're watching it though. Wow, NaVi controls that spray. Grate is open. He'll sneak his way through. It's the exact same way they won last time, but Bit takes matters into his own hands.
Oh no, Perfecto's position, perfect molly. Axile peeks from beneath with 2 headshots. The B site crumbles.
Nasty work from Axile, spinning on a dime. That targeted Molotov as well. He wants to take the duel out of the window, but he doesn't have a fallback spot. He's threatened from connector. If he dies, they lose such an important piece of the puzzle where, okay, Grate's open, but he's actively watching it. And now the whole middle of the map is compromised, and there's not so much counterplay for the CTs. They've got to sit and wait. They don't know if other things have been pushed, and it might be too obvious to go for, you know, B-Apps control or Palace control.
Oh my goodness.
That is one hell of a punish. I mean, it felt like he jump peeked it. I don't even know if he even committed fully.
Here comes the cat peek from Bit. A one and done thanks to Hobbit. We get that preemptive rotate from Simple, trying to get beyond the vent, but Axile, so clean, so crisp. His 3 kills, all headshots. Simple in the back of the market. Boomich trying to wrap around Apps. Nobody keeping eyes on backdoor, so Simple's given a chance, but then Axile swings out. And it's another clean execution. Listen, we saw Gambit come out hot on Dust 2, instantly swinging. NaVi played catch up the entire game. And even when their sails looked empty, they caught that second wind. Boomich, ooh, he gets seen, and Inters shoots him through the wall to finish Gambit's 5th round win. Perfecto can take a strong position. If they jump out from the window, he should have them dead to rights. Simple, in the meantime, does find Hobbit. There's the kill versus NaVi, and Shiro on the angle with the bomb. That's going to be contact made, confirmation called. And NaVi, well, they're going to fall prey to Inters, who still sits at the A site. But Shiro, he'll have no other option than to plant at A. And if the counter-terrorists gun him down fast enough, then so be it. Simple gets him off the plant and plays with time. The clock is going to be the end of Gambit. No time for it. Simple throwing himself at the problem, and Bit commits to the save to keep NaVi close. Fourth CT round win secured. There's two playmakers, one of which is Boomich. And if he drops that bomb, it's going to recall everybody away from the site itself. Boomich goes for it. Bit good for the first one, and Shiro's attention turned away. But here comes Hobbit, a late play from mid. Does he get back bomb? Only 15 seconds. He saw the shoulder of Boomich, but he really can't wait any longer. And to die after time would be a tragedy, so he smokes off ramp, and he runs into the smoke to fake it once, picks up the kill. No time for this one, I don't believe. No, NaVi again off the clock.
He quite simply didn't have the time to make the play. The bomb is now going to finally turn the corner into the B halls. 30 seconds up, and a decision will have to be made. Smoke comes down to the top of connector. Hobbit pretends to flash through it. NaVi gets the opening kill. Simple answers back, and there's still one player back here, but he gets cleared out at the bench. And now Simple, he's not in a favorable angle. He did just get a kill, and they will eventually clear him out, and he cannot find that last bit of damage to at least secure one. But even in that position, it would have been a tough spot with the bomb planted. No way back into the site. So many opportunities, right? They have so much information. The two most attractive pieces of map control off of mid are taking ladder room and taking connector. If you take connector, you can turn them to alert. You have so many more audio cues that you can work with. If you get into ladder room, you can look into window. You can also protect yourself while you just wait to come up cat late. And you can hear people throwing nades from if they're around the bricks or holding some kind of tight angle there.
Bit with the Zeus.
What? No. I want 5 angles on that immediately.
Oh my god.
No
this
way.
Man survives the elements.
No way.
Went for the shock treatment.
Okay. I want to see that laser on the wall. No.
Dude, he's impervious. What is NaVi made of?
Excuse me?
That is on him!
He didn't even swing that wide. Oh, Gambit have been so sick in these mid-round situations, being very creative. See if they can come up with something. Oh my goodness gracious. This smoke inside the window, when it comes up, who's it going to favor? They're both looking at different things, and Simple adjust accordingly.
And he's still ready for something else because NaVi could have been there. Hobbit will catch Simple's head off of the bottom of connector, throws a grenade to pressure this A site, and they do have Gambit surrounded. NaVi, with 2 players per site, and Electronic, off of Hobbit's shots, decides to go for the commitment. But it's Shiro, an absolute monster in the clutch. Molly's the mid-site and gets shot in the back of the head. It's perfecto to close this one. Simple, crucial kill in middle. How many times has that mid player, most notably NaVi,
to the fact that he had gotten so many kills. Jumping off cat, playing in window, up on connector, and Hobbit, aggressive lurk now up the A ramp on the last round of the half. Spray comes in for Boomich to make up for the fact that Electronic dies again. 3-on-4 already as they set up smokes to the top of connector. Flash goes badly over top of the staircase, and Bit will throw one defensively down so that he can fight on. Inters comes up from above over the top of stairs, leaving Perfecto alone in CT for the moment.
He's gonna fight before his teammates able to get into this equation. But all of a sudden, Gambit falls silent. Now we've got Inters cut down, and Perfecto with a second. It's Simple in the clutch. You know what he can do. A 7th round for NaVi could be instrumental in the long run on Mirage. Simple slips in to ticket. The timing has been so damn close. And now Simple's on this bomb site. He could smell Axile as he rounds the boxes, but Axile goes the other way, and Simple comes out on top. Will 7 rounds be enough for NaVi? It's another map, just like Dust 2, where Gambit come out swinging. But NaVi, hang on. They keep things close, and we've got 15 more rounds to go.
And the CTs are starting to squirm a bit. Axile will get spotted. Rotation's coming back from CT spawn with this information. And they want to get rid of him if possible. Will they be able to? They've identified his location, but they can't eliminate him. Oh, NaVi.
It's so good. They bait them into it. And even the second kill, right? They go for that boost into window, offering over Simple. Gambit just magnetizing NaVi so that the CTs can fight on their own terms. Shiro up from Cat, but it's Hobbit tucked on ramp that serves as a bit of an issue. They're going to try and come and unearth him, but oh, Hobbit! 2 headshots to lock down what should be the 9th round win for Gambit. It's Bit in a tricky situation.
That was a pickle.
Connects the headshot. Nicely done. Target still feels like A. Bit remains on ramp, throws out the only smoke that they'll have for this execution. So the whole delay was just to solidify this connector push, but NaVi catches the back of 2 T's turn. It is nothing but easy frags, at least for the start. Shiro catches the head of Bit, and this one gets clamped down on. Gambit, unwavering on the A site.
Quite simply tried to figure out that 50-50 from that position. It gets quiet, but all the while, Gambit are properly prepared for A, with Shiro not rotating after his opening duel. Quite a quick shot on the Simple, who was trying to shoulder bait that. Shiro senses danger.
But that's not enough to stop.
Oh, wait, he remembered he's the danger.
Yep, and especially alongside Hobbit, although Shiro does scope below Boomich on the stairs peak. Simple resides on the other side. Hobbit falls back with 11. 11. Yeah, I'm a piece out. Okay. Gambit in yet another prime position to win a CT round. They know that Hobbit's inside of this smoke, but look at NaVi. Oh, you dirtbag. He goes ahead and sticks the barrel to the side of Perfecto's head, and Simple, unleashed, can do all he wants, but without Bomb, it's a lost cause. He tries to find the frags, but nobody's gonna face him. They can play that clock. He needs to work Bomb, and as desperation sinks into Simple's mind, he will continue to frag. But they've outgamed him. Gambit to 13-7.
Yeah, oh my god, they might kill him after time too. He's trying to, oh my god, peeks out, gets a headshot, maintains the up, and that's pretty much the only thing they'll have to fall back on here. And this is Shiro again with the opening kill. Hobbit in this position, they know he's out here, and it's actually Bit flashing, Simple flashing Bit, and I'm not sure if that was a flash that bounced off the wall at the ceiling in A-ramp or something like that, but he came out blind, of course. Hobbit still watching the smoke and has good odds of winning that duel. Yes, this is, that's a round locked up when it's already looking bad.
Hobbit takes to the top of his teammate's head and looks to stop them on the palace. Bit would have heard this. He's so ready to jump through, and they are low, both of the CTs. Bit's gonna go ahead and clear close corner into the second. He succeeds. A 4v3 here for NaVi. Yeah. A bomb plant on top of it. This could be their round win. Gambit look to walk away.
And that's something that NaVi was able to do successfully, but right now, any of their aggressive opening options, it's just opening kill after opening kill for Gambit. Once again, the damning scoreline.
This one made easy by Boomich and Electronic, both getting an assist on that play. Will this all translate to LAN? Well, if they can truly create a gap, any fallback could still mean success for this CIS team. Axile to the top of middle, disrespect, an MP9 and substantial damage. NaVi looks to trade off of this, but it's Electronic to pick up a couple of kills. And a FAMAS for Shiro is all that Gambit have left to try and flex.
Yeah, they're ready to go and keep pace. In these mid-round situations, Shiro is always so good to get one kill. Only way that this doesn't work well is if they wait too long to entry, Shiro moves back into position, but Electronic gets eyes on one player, and Shiro does now move back into this position at the van.
Yep.
If they don't re-molly it, it is such a strong spot to hold against B. Inter is going to seek out some information. Ooh. He'll spot one, the drive-by.
That's perfect. And remember, Simple's low. Shiro's still locked. Oh, it's just completely shut down. Gambit win a round with limited weapons. NaVi thought they could sink into the B site, but that sand consumes them.
Oh my god. They had the favorable trades at mid. They got control of it so early. It looked right. Oh. This is such a nice shot from Inters. And it's just difficult to recover from this. This was your guy to kill the site player with Shiro still alive. Plenty of free movement from him. He has a favorable duel versus anybody who comes out initially.
Sees the shadow.
And he does see that shadow. He also wins it with a headshot.
He's low HP as Shiro connects with the op. On the cusp of 15 in the 5v3. NaVi secures the stairs, and he cuts down Boomich, looking for the second. A headshot into Bit, who answers alongside Simple. A spray from Hobbit that leaves Simple on 4 HP, and down they fall.
Oh, 15 seconds to go. Match point.
They've got it.
Has to turn from it. NaVi with a kill and a Bit. Hobbit doing his thing on A ramp. Indomitable. They cannot scare him. And that is so powerful to be able to control that space all alone. Saw JKS doing it versus Gambit the other day, but there isn't just yet. NaVi will throw a Molotov to let him know he's unwelcome in this position. Axile pushes off Cat and trades off Boomich. I think they still know one's alive in connector, and the execute comes out towards B.
Enters, lets one player cross over. Axile there to lend a helping hand. It's Simple with the answer. Perfecto also in the equation, and Bit's success in 2 directions. From connector, he shaves one off of A, and the bomb is planted. NaVi not done yet.
Yes, laser sharp precision with that Galil, and the hopes are still alive. Shiro is left alone just to save, and Simple will take him out. So a successful round from NaVi. They jostle some rotations. They don't keep it so... They don't make it a regular round where they try to crush up on these 3 choke points on connector, palace, A ramp, and slowly work towards A. This time they sell a little bit of a fake. They draw out some utility.
This is nothing but a measly P250. And there's the first 2 from Bit. He is traded out by Hobbit, but Boomich, good for 3. Takes to the top of mid and moves NaVi 1 step closer.
15-11.
That could be Shiro, the liability towards Ticket. But how do they get Hobbit out of this position? If the Palace player doesn't kill him, then he's going to turn his attention around. And it's NaVi with Shiro to open up. 3v5 or Gambit take the cake. Shiro ever patient. Oh, he just blew Electronic's hands off. And then Axile in with more damage. It has to be Simple. He's got the 1 kill, but he needs 3 more. And Gambit, 1 away. 1 frag away. Simple falls silent, and he tries to close that distance into Shiro. Opper versus Opper. Prodigy versus God. He sees it at a distance, and NaVi's gonna take it. It is Gambit as your Blast Premier Spring Finals Grand Champs.
Absolutely relentless from Gambit. They kept that pressure on at 100% the entire game. And it's not every day you're going to see a one-sided performance versus NaVi, but this is the one team that can do it.
It's the one team that can seem to do it against everybody they face. Other than complexity, there's not many teams that can take maps off of Gambit. NaVi were one of them earlier in this event. But if we look at the string of events from Gambit, since their introduction at the Blast Spring Showdown, they have walked the red carpet. Not 1 match lost. Only 3 maps in the process fall to their opponents. Gambit, all the way to the Blast World Final, well earned and uncontested. The question is, who can come at the champs?